All right. So before I go into the requirement, I just want two volunteers to just speak about this week. How was the week? How did your course go? How was the learning this week? What were your challenges? What were the problems that you faced? How exciting was the learning this week? I just want two volunteers. If you want to speak, you are free to unmute your, or you can raise your hand, and I'll give you the platform to speak. Okay. All right. So Mr. Nelson and Mr. Ignatius. All right. So Mr. Nelson, first, over to you. Just tell us about the week, challenges, things that excited you about the course this week. Yes.
The week was a bit slow. It was a bit slow for me because at some point I found tutorials in Spanish, and I had to kind of just look at the English part and continue with the activities that are of course written in English, but it really slowed me down. And actually a few hours, I think like an hour ago, I finished one project. I'm starting on another one. Hopefully by the end of the day I'll be done. But yeah, that really slowed me down. But otherwise, it has been a good experience learning on DataCamp. Challenging as well because these are very close to real life projects. So yeah, it's been exciting but also challenging.
All right. Thank you very much for that feedback. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Bruce. Yeah, good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear. Probably at the later end of this meeting, we might just have to share how we can navigate around our challenges. All right, Mr. Ignatius, over to you, and then we proceed. Thank you.
All right. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
All right. It was an intensive week, really intensive, because I had a hard time assessing the materials last week, which was rectified this week. So I had a lot of backlog of things to go through. So it was really, really intensive, giving in hours daily and all just to meet up with the missed assignments and then meeting up with the current ones. So yeah, if there's a word to summarize the week, it was really intensive. But all the same, it has been exciting learning the through DataCamp and then having hands-on experience to practice what I've been learning. Yeah, I'm kind of new to the Python and all of that, but it's really exciting, and yeah, I hope to build from this and see how it goes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Ignatius. Thank you very much. Yes, it's a delight to hear that you have started to you've begun the learning process. Yes, it's expected that you'd actually face some challenges, right? But it's actually a good testimony that you are actually on board, that you're actually proceeding. All right. Okay, so very quickly before we proceed further, I guess this is 10 minutes into the call. If not 70% of those who'd be attending this meeting are already on board. So there is a link. So you just navigate to the chat box on this call as the in-call messages. You would see a link that is being you see a link that's being pasted. Please just it's a Google form, all right? So I just want you to fill it. It's actually an attendance form, all right? Okay, I'm getting a feedback that it's no longer accepting responses. Okay, Mr. Toluwanimi, are you here?
Yes, I am. Good evening, everyone.
Okay, all right. I don't know if you can help out. I just got feedback that the form is no longer accepting responses. If there's a way you can I don't know.
Yes, I rectify that.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I just want to share my screen at this juncture. So just to give us a very brief overview of what we should be expecting, or of what is expected of you, right, to remain on board on this program. Like I said earlier, we're actually fast paced, and we really want as many students, right, to be certified. Okay, both on data camp and then on AI community Africa. So very quickly, because we do not have much time, I do this and then would navigate to the project and the courses that we had this week, more like a review. Would tackle challenges and get to understand concepts much better. Is that good? Are we together at this point? Just a thumbs up. All right, thank you. So share my screen. Okay. All right, so I don't know if you can see my screen, please just indicate. Can you see my screen? All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So just is like more like a program overview. All right. So we have 2 months probation period. So we have a 2 month probation period. That's August or September. So by the end of September, the probation period would come to an end. All right. And this 2 months will actually be the duration within which we'll be able to decipher, right, or determine rather if you'd actually continue with this program. All right. So for the first 2 months, these are like the requirements. All right. So every student here must have completed at least 3 courses in their chosen career track. So what you're saying is by September ending, yeah, you must have completed 3 courses. And you should understand what I mean by 3 courses. For every career track, there are courses, and in every courses, there are chapters. All right. So we have career track, then we have courses, then we have chapters in each of the courses. All right. So we could have, say, about 8 to 10 courses, 8 to 10 chapter in a particular course. All right. So you must have at least completed 3 courses in your chosen career track. All right. So by the end of September, if you haven't completed 3 courses, you are at the risk of losing your scholarship. All right. Number 2 criterion would be that you must have acquired a minimum of 50,000 XP. By the way, I hope you understand what XP means. All right. So, excuse me. Let me quickly go to the platform. Sorry, hold on. All right, so this is more like a leaderboard. You can access how many SP here that you have here. All right. You can also access it. You go to the home page. All right. Over here, you can see for me, my total XP is 108,000. All right. So, if by the end of 2 months, your XP is still at the level of that's below 50,000, then you are at the risk of losing your scholarship. So I hope you understand what XP means. So for example, if you on the data card platform, you will see where you can do a practice. So each of these practices, the more you practice, the more you do assessment, the more XP you have. Also embedded in the courses, every exercise that you do correctly, right, has an accrued XP, right? And there's also a reduction of XP when you more like when you consult AI. If you consult the AI to show you the solution to an exercise, it will be a reduced XP. So in order not to reduce your chance of gaining more XP, it will be best if you are able to do exercises yourself without consulting AI for the solution. You can consult the AI for hint. When you consult the AI for solution, it will be a reduction. There will be a reduction of XPs. All right. So you can get XPs from your courses. You can also get XPs from the practice. All right. So when you do a practice, you get XPs from them. When you do your project too, you get XPs. So the more exercises you do, the more practice you do, the more the XPs. All right. So the third would be the project submission. All right. So at the end of 2 months, you must have completed 2 projects that will be assigned to you by the teaching assistant. I think a project was supposed to be assigned last week. That's investigation of the Netflix movies, I guess, but it wasn't assigned because many persons were still trying to navigate the platform. I want to believe that by this week, all right, you'll be assigned your project. All right, you'll be assigned your project for the coming week and also the courses to take. So please do ensure you do your project. All right, if you're having issues, Discord is the platform. You can talk to any of the TAs on the data science platform channel on the Discord. Maybe I'll have to show us also how to navigate the Discord channel. And fourth would be attendance. So you must have 50% attendance for every of the breakout session. This is a breakout session. So we have a breakout session every Saturday by 6 p.m. You would have to get the link on your Gmail, all right? That will take you to a Google Meet link, all right? That would bring you to this breakout session. So between the hours of 6 to 8, we would always have this session every Saturday. Just in case there's going to be a change, it will be communicated to us. But at the moment, right, Saturday is our breakout session where we come together to discuss, to ideate, to tackle problems together. So you must ensure that you have at least 50% attendance, because this Google form, the link to the Google form that we send on every breakout session is actually a record of your attendance. So by the end of 2 months, they'll actually do a statistical analysis on your attendance. If it's less than 50%, then you're at risk of losing your what's it called? Losing your scholarship. All right, so now this is the requirement for graduation. All right, at the end of the 6 months, all right, you'll be graduating and you'll be certified. So take note. All right, AI community will be giving you a certificate at the end of the program. That's one. 2 is that you should be getting a certification from Data Camp. Right, so we have 2 career tracks: associate data science and the data science career track. So when you are done with the associate data science track, it is expected that you take the certification exams. All right, if you pass, which you should, you get recertified by Data Camp. So give or take, if actually you take all of the certifications at the end of this program, you should be having 3 certifications: 1 for associate data science, the second one for data science, and the third one from AI community. Now, the certification from AI Community Africa, all right, has kind of like a criteria, right? And these are the criteria listed here. The first criterion would be Data Camp certification, all right? So at least you must have been certified as an associate data scientist. If not a data scientist, just 1 certification would actually put you on the block to be what's it called, to be shortlisted for certification by AI community. You'll be assigned an overall capstone project at the end of the program. Capstone project is more like, in Nigerian parlance, the oga pata 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 of the project. All right. At the end of the program, you'll be given a capstone project. Completion and the submission of that project would actually put you on the block to be shortlisted for certification from AI Community Africa. Your career track completion, of course. Mind you, you can take your certification exams without completing the career track, all right? But it's advisable that you complete the career track to have an overview, a very loud overview, a broad overview of what you should expect from the exams. The project completion, breakout, of course, session attendance, 70%. Mind you, to continue the program, we have about 50% attendance. But to be certified by AI community, you need about 70%. So you are seeing the difference. To continue with the program, you need at least 50,000 XP. But to be certified, you need at least 100,000 XP. I hope we are taking note of the difference. All right. So maybe later on, I might just on the Discord channel, I might give a list. I will not share this PowerPoint file. Right? I'll give a list of the requirement if you haven't gotten it yet. All right. So yeah, so of course it's expected at the end of this program you should be able to tackle real world problems, showcase your expertise, and be ready and have a portfolio that is ready. So yes, I think that would be all as regards so any question as regards this for now? All right, Mr. Dejo, over to you, please.
Good evening. Yeah, so I want to get, how do you take attendance for the breakout session?
So a link was pasted. I'll paste it again. Let me paste it again. I don't know if it's been sorted out. So I just pasted the link. All right, I pasted the link on the chat. So click on the link. I want to believe that this link still works. Should work. If it is not working, before the end of this session,
No, it's not working.
It's not working.
Yeah, it's not working.
Oh wow. All right. I'll get back to you. Just give me some moment. Any other question, please? Why we are sorting out on the Google form?
Can I go ahead?
Mr. Ignatius. All right, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So I heard you say something about the project that was supposed to be assigned for this week, which was not assigned because people were still onboarding, if I heard you correctly.
Yes, sir.
So, but I checked my track, and that particular project, they is showing tomorrow as the deadline. So I don't know.
Oh, really? Okay. I must be mistaken then. That project should be investigating Netflix movies. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right. Okay then. All right.
So, in essence, now is tomorrow the deadline? That's all my question.
Okay, so I guess that must have been on my part misunderstanding. So if a project was really assigned, I'll ask Mr. Usman, if a project was really assigned, it means that tomorrow is actually the deadline. Yes, because that's the project for this week, and tomorrow should be the end of the week. Monday will be the start of a new week. So it's not difficult. Probably we might just do one or two things, probably a guide on how to go about the project. All right. Thank you very much. I saw some. Okay, Mr. Jalal, you can speak.
Hello. Good
Yes,
evening.
I can hear you. Go on, speak.
Please, I want to know the difference between choosing a course based on career track and skill track. Please enlighten me more about that because
All
I've
right.
had to.
So okay. So because each and every one of us on this call where is actually on a career track that is called associate data scientist. Okay, let me show us something. You can still see my screen, right? All right. So hold on, please. Nigeria and the network internet connection. Oof. Why are you so slow? So you would notice something that on this demo account, you would see that this is associate data scientist. This is a career track. These are career tracks. All right.
Okay.
Now let me click on skill tracks and then I'll tell you the difference. So this is a skill track: Python data fundamentals, SQL fundamentals, AI fundamentals. What each and every one of us on this call is expected to do, right, is to complete the career track. And the career track you have to complete is the associate data science track. Not so if you are actually on the skill track, you are slowing down your learning process, because everything that concerns us here, everything that we would use to judge you, everything that we would use to assess you would be based on the career track. So if you decide to deviate to take a skill track, probably because you want to upskill, fine, but just ensure that while you are upskilling, you are also progressing on the career track. In the career track, we have different courses. On the associate data science career track, I think we have about 24 courses and 13 projects thereabout. But on skill tracks, you'll have courses right on skill tracks, but skill tracks are more like additions. Maybe if you are able to complete your career track and you still have time, you can take some skill tracks to have better understanding of certain concepts. I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah, I do. That was
Yeah,
excellent. Thank
so
you.
please just focus on the career track so that you can progress. If you feel you have an idea of everything that is every of the courses on the career track, I'll still advise that you just go through them. All right, the learning, we learn every day. All right, even if you have had prior experience of some of these things, there's nothing wrong in refreshing your understanding and your memory again. All right.
Yeah, noted.
Is that clear? All right, Miss Ruth, please, over to you. Miss Ruth, can you hear me?
Okay,
Yes.
yes, good evening, sir.
Evening.
Okay, okay, my will I call it dashboard now? It's not showing anything like associate data scientist or anything.
What
What
is it
I
showing?
just see there is just the assignment as they come. I'm using an Android phone, sir. So I'll just see programming on the top of my screen. There is no career track, there is no skill track.
Okay, have you been taking any course at all?
Yes, I've been doing programming and intermediate programming.
Okay, that is introduction to Python and intermediate Python.
Yes, yes.
Okay, actually on the associate data science track. Maybe to actually know what career track you are on, you can go to the home page. All right, you can go to your home page. Okay, you said you are using an Android phone. You can go to your home page, all right. There you'd see the different skill tracks and career tracks that you're on. So we are supposed to be on this. So please permit me. This is something different entirely. I'm just trying to use this to actually um, um, give us an understanding. So you can actually check the home page. You get to see your track, or you can click on the tracks, click on career track. On the career track, you would see a particular track where your progress is being measured. As you can see, all of that tracks, there are no measurement on this account except for this. All right. So the particular career track where you can track, where you can see a progress, maybe a percentage, maybe 0% or 1%, that's your career track. So maybe you can check the career tracks you can click on learn. There should be that possibility of navigating to the career track on your smartphone. I don't know. Is that clear? I don't know. But Ruth, since you just took introduction to Python and intermediate Python, I think you are on associate data science track because those are the first two courses on the track. Yes, thank you. Mr. Gaius, over to you. Mr. Gaius, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
All
Good
right, over
evening.
to you. Go on. You raised your hand. Evening.
Yes, thank you. Please, I also have the same challenge with Mrs. Ruth, who just spoke. I don't know, experiencing some difficulty on my Android phone. Formerly, last week, yes, when I received the email for the week's assignment, which was the introductory Python and the intermediate Python,
Yes.
it came in quite early, but this
Right.
past week came in just 3 days ago. So I've been able to complete the tasks for this week, but I've not done the two projects. So the tasks for this week, I've done that one, and then the Netflix project, and then the NYC school record project. I've not been able to do it. For the Netflix project, I've written my codes, but every time I try to send, it keeps telling me to try again later. It keeps asking me to try again later. So I don't know if that's a problem because I'm using a smartphone or something. That's one. Secondly, on the mobile phone, on the browser, I don't see my track, even though when I go to career track, as you have just said, as you're doing it, I open the widget on my phone and I went there. I click on the associate data scientist, and the first two courses are introduction to Python and intermediate Python. They are ticked because I've actually done them.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing that progress the way your own is showing on the screen. So I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong.
I want to believe that data camp mobile is actually different from data camp desktop. The interface is slightly different. So I don't know. So I'll maybe let me see if I can access my data camp on my mobile phone. I'm not so familiar with the mobile phone, but there should be a way around it. All right, there should be a way around it. Just give me some minutes.
Okay, sir.
So while that is being sorted,
Right.
Mr. Emmanuel, Mr. Richard. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, over to you. Just very briefly.
Good evening, sir. So I have a question. If I really have a good mastery in data science and I just want the certification without having the 100,000 experience points, but I fulfill all the other conditions, will I still be certified by AI community?
Good evening, everyone. Um,
Sorry, I lost you. I lost you at some point because of the network. Sorry. You were speaking, right, Mr. Emmanuel? Were you speaking? Okay, all right. Mr. Oladayo, over to you, please. I think that would be the last.
All right. Good evening, sir.
Evening.
So I just wanted to address. I don't know if you've been able to finally access the data camp on the phone. So I wanted to see if I could help maybe with those who are having problems with that, because I use the phone.
Okay, please
That
go
was
on,
what I.
please. Go on, please, because I'm
All
having
right.
a good
So
here.
okay. So I think for those who are using mobile phones, they just have to go to there's the home, there's the profile, there's leaderboard, there's explore. Those there are like four, the down part of your screen. So you go to explore, then you search for associate data science in Python, then you click on it. Once you click on it, you'll find all the courses that you're supposed to do on associate data science in Python. That's on the explore. You search, there are skill tracks there, there are career tracks there, there are there's a whole lot. There are cheat codes, everything are just in the explore icon. So once you click on it, you will see associate data science in Python. Once you can click on associate data science in Python, you see all the courses there. Once you follow the order determines the way you're supposed to run with your course, I think. And then the teaching assistant will also provide guidelines in the assignments that will be sent to the profile in the notification. So I don't know. That's the way I'm able to get it through my mobile. I also use Android, so that's the way I'm able to get that. That's my first uh, question. My first contribution. The question I have, sir, is last week I had the issue of transitioning from data analysis to data science because I made a mistake in choosing that when I was registering. So finally, when I was able to do that and I was encouraged to continue with the courses, I discovered that the assignments that were given last week, I think I was finally able to transition on Friday. So thank God I'd started, I think, introduction to Python already, but for the intermediate learning, I was not able to complete it because of the shortage time. So when I was able to finish it, I was told that it was late. So I don't know if there's a consequence to that, and also the fact that I could not also get the Google Meet for last week's recording. I think a few number of us to face that issue. Maybe because I was not originally on data science platform, we couldn't get the link. We commented on the group on Discord. So I don't know if there's a way that can be. Maybe there's a reservation for people like us that had that issue. That's just my question, sir.
Okay, that's for those who actually transited late to the data science track. Is that what you're asking?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that's why um so that's why we kept hold on so many things, because we realized that so many persons are still trying to settle down, get onboarded and all of that. I'll take it to the board, all right, to see if probably those persons that came in late, but I think it's still quite early, right? Especially in view of the requirements to still remain on the program. Yes, we've not exceeded a month, we've not completed a month, I believe. So even if you are still coming in this coming week, we are not still very, very late to actually meet up with some of the requirements. So as per submitting projects late, there really is no consequence, all right. But the only thing is, if you have a piled if you have a piled up late submission of projects in 2 months, so because within 2 months, all right, you should be able to do about, say, 4 to 6 projects, or no, let me just say 3 to 4 projects, right? So I mean, at least out of those 4, you should be able to do 3 or 2, submit them early. All right, so please, let's do our best. All right, I know it's not easy, especially within the context of us here in Nigeria, because I want to believe there are some of us here that are not Nigerians, all right, especially with the network issues and the lights and electricity. But we can push, we can grind. I mean, if you really are serious about upskilling, you do whatever it is all right, you can do to actually, keep it going. This is me begging, all right. If you have any issues as per learning, or you have a concept that is very difficult to grasp, you can reach out to us. From time to time, I'll be sharing some PDF files for those who want very in-depth study on the Discord, all right. PDF files that can help you to understand certain concepts better, that can help you to understand even what data science is about, what its relevance in the real world, all right. Some of the basic Python syntax, how to differentiate between a list. Probably maybe next week we might just do it more like a very brief lesson, all right, on some of the basics of Python, because we should be familiar with them, how to differentiate between a list and a tuple, all right, and a dictionary, all right, how to import files, all right, how to convert CSV files to data frame. These are basic, how to use a for loop, how to use a while loop, how to use a break. It's like simple concepts that we really need to familiarize ourselves with, all right. So yeah, I will still have hands raised. Oh my god. Mr. Guy, I thought you spoke on them. Let me give
Sorry, I just put down my hand. Sorry.
Okay. Let me give Mr. Abraham, and then Mr. Bukola would be the last. I want to believe Bukola is a male. Am I correct? Oh, sorry, that should be a female. Bukola, right? Bukola, male or female? Of course, we really have two genders here. Okay. All right, Mr. Abraham, over to you. The floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much for the session. So first of all, have been able to. I didn't join the Discord on time, but since the time I got the scholarship, I have been up with the learning, and I would say I'm up to par with the current deadline. But my current issue is that I mistakenly picked the data analysis instead of the data science track on Discord, and I have sent message and even screenshots to the designated person we have to reach out to, but I've not still been reassigned
Oh,
to.
very sorry about that. Very sorry about that. I'll speak to the personnel in charge. I guess probably there's a lot of work on his plate, but first and foremost, we're very sorry about the delay, all right, in sorting out the issue. We are hopefully, before the new week begins, most of these things will be sorted out. So please just bear with us. So how do you then reach out to? But can you reach out to me? Is there a way you can reach out to me, or do you have? Is there a way you can reach out to me on Discord? I think you can private chat me even if we are not on the same channel.
Okay. Okay, I would try, but I don't know how to.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that Discord is a very unfamiliar social media for many of us here. It's understandable. All right. Many of us are familiar with WhatsApp and Google Meet and Microsoft Team. Discord is not something that we are very familiar with, which is very understandable. That's why we're here to learn. So I think Gary's on the general. Maybe let me see if I can find the link to paste here. So there was actually a link to a video on how to navigate the Discord channel. Right, this is not it. So that in case anybody is still having issues navigating the channel, you can be able to navigate through. if I get the link, I'll see how I can get it across to us. All right. So I think before the end of this week, most of these hitches should have been sorted out. I want to believe. I really want to believe. Because this is actually this is not the first time we'll be using the Discord channel, but this is like the first time we'll be making it a major means of communication. Initially, we do go back and forth between Discord and WhatsApp, but now we are heavily on Discord channel, right? So just in case you are still on the WhatsApp page trying to, nobody's going to respond to you. I think a personnel has actually given us a notice to revert back to Discord channel. Get familiar with it. It might be difficult, but there's nothing that cannot be learned. All right, there's nothing that cannot be learned. The link to how I'll try and see how I can paste the link on how to navigate the platform. Someone is saying it's not on the WhatsApp group. There really is no WhatsApp group. There really is no WhatsApp group. Everything is on Discord. So if you're on a WhatsApp group, probably you were from the last cohort or something. For this new cohort, WhatsApp group is not something that we created. In case you're on any WhatsApp group, fine, but I do not think WhatsApp group is a major means for communication. It's actually Discord channel. All right, so I don't know. So maybe let me see if I can just do a very quick overview of the project. So at this juncture, I'd have to delete so you give me a minute. I know most of us did not do the project. Can you guys see my screen?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, we can't.
You can? You can or you can't?
No, I can't.
Also, we can't.
Okay. Just hold on, please. I'll share it very quickly. All right. Hold on, please. All right. How about now?
Yes, we can.
All right. Network is really poor over here. It's lagging. It's lagging seriously. Well, all right. So I just want to see how I can just do a very quick review of the project. So I want to delete everything here so we can have empty code cells. All right. All right, so we want to have a fresh page, so we could just very quickly, if that's what we can achieve before we probably call it a day, that would be fine. So I want to believe some of us actually did the project. All right, is that correct? So we've been asked to perform an exploratory data analysis on this data set a CSV file. First and foremost, what is a CSV file? A CSV file is so the meaning of CSV is comma separated value. All right, so it's a kind of file where each of the records are actually separated by a comma. All right, so we have different kinds of file. We have Excel file. Excel file is actually saved with the extension SLX XS. We have JSON files, and so on and so forth. So this is a CSV file, and we've been asked to do an EDA, exploratory data analysis, on it, to actually understand more about movies from the 1990 decade. So we have two questions here. The first question is, what was the most frequent movie duration in the 1990s? All right, what was the most frequent movie duration in the 1990s? But before we go into that, first and foremost, we would have to I think the first thing to do is to explore your data set. So we'd want to know what our data set looks like. And to do this, we use the method. Okay, so let me add, as time goes on, I'll be using some terminologies that we need to be familiar with. So there's what is called an attribute, and that is what is called a method. All right. In Python, for example, pd.read underscore CSV, all right, is a method. Another method that you must have come across is dot shape, dot describe, or dot unique, or dot info. All right, so the difference between a method and an attribute is that a method most of the time do actually comes along with parentheses. All right, this is what they call parentheses. All right, and for an attribute is just this way. All right, so let's continue. We just have to explore our data. So we print not defined. Okay, we have not run this cell. All right. Okay, so you can see our file. We have the show ID column, we have the type column, we have the title, we have the director of the movie, we have the cast, we have the country where the movie was shot, we have the date when the record was input, we have when the movie was released, the year, the duration of the movie, a brief description of the movie, and the journey of the movie. So anytime you are exploring the data, this should be the first thing to do. You print head, you use the method dot head. All right, so you can actually limit the number of rows that you want, but when you do not input any number, automatically it prints the first 5 rows, as we see here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's starting with the index 0. All right, so but if I put 10 here, it actually prints the first 10 rows. All right, a similar method to this is what we call the tail. All right, so the tail is more like the opposite of the head. The tail actually prints the last 10, or the last rows of the data set, while head prints the first rows of the data set. So for example, here I'd want to print the last 10 rows of the data set, so I'll use the method dot tail. All right, and here this is the last, so we can see the ID here. This is 4,811 for the index number. So these are the last 10 rows. I do not think that there are missing data or missing columns in this data set. So because of time, I don't want to bore us with handling or checking for missing values. As we proceed in this program, we'll have to, deal with that. All right. So we've explored we've explored our data, we've seen what it looks like, we've seen the different types of the data set. Many times, oftentimes, all right, the next thing to do is just to have more like an overview of the columns. Check. All right. .info is another method that we use in checking these details. So we see the number of entries, that is 4,812, and we see the columns we have in our data set. And then these numbers here actually tells us the number of rows for each column. So we see that the number of rows for each column coincide with the number of entries. Peradventure, we have lesser values here. It would indicate that we have rows that are missing. All right. So this non-null, right, as you proceed, you'd have to deal with data that have missing values, or when you are exploring a data set outside of data camp, you have to get in touch with data set that have missing values, right? So this I'm sorry, I lost you guys at some point. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I kind of like had a network glitch. Okay, I'm seeing some hands here. Miss Maureen, you want to speak? Hello, Miss Maureen, do you want to speak? All right, you can go ahead, Miss Maureen, very quickly while I set up. Miss Maureen, all right. Bukola, I see your hand is raised. Please go on. Go ahead and speak.
Thank you.
What's going on?
Please, I was unable. I was unable to join the Discord channel. Please, how can I join? That's the only question I'm having.
Okay, weren't you sent a link on your mail at any point to join the Discord
I
channel?
don't even know. Maybe I should check. I don't know. Please.
Yes. So what you do is you can go to your mail. You can filter your mail for any mail that has come from AI Community Africa. Go through every mail that has come from AI Community Africa. I think you should find it. You've not gotten any mail from them as regards that?
No, I've not.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's strange. Okay. Okay, the link for the Discord channel. Okay. I'll have to find that. Mr. Toluwanimi, are you still on this call, Mr. Toluwanimi?
Yes, I'm on call. Good
Okay,
evening.
I don't know. I don't know if you can help us with some persons are asking for the Discord link. I think
The link for the
Discord channel. You know, some persons are complaining that they didn't get the mail for the
All
to
right.
join the Discord channel. I don't know if there's a way you can access.
I can post it in the chat now. Let
All
me
right,
search for the link.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Toluwanimi is another of our teaching assistants. He'll help out with the Discord link on the chat, so you can just wait for it on the chat. It would come. So, is anybody? I hope if there's anybody that wants to ask any question about the Discord channel, you can just put your hand down. All right, because we're actually on a project, and I would love to continue because of our time. So in case you want to say anything as regards the Discord channel, you can just put your hands down. If you want to say anything that is outside the Discord channel, then you can speak. All right, Ademola, go ahead, please, very quickly.
Okay, thank you very much. I have a concern about this Discord channel, like not being Discord channel, or maybe I can't log in. But I see that there's not a lot of participants, like people working together. Like sometimes most people have issue with the project, like for us to try to connect with each other and like get things done, even if I can't get something. Before I wait for the breakout section, I think some people that actually been in the Python space for a very long time can even be correcting us for some other things, but nobody is interacting. Everybody is just doing the thing themselves, and it's kind of hard for we newbies that we are just into this programming something. So I don't know if there's an opportunity that you can add people that are active. Maybe there's other group that people are active there, because I see that the Discord is not active at all for people like us that we are new to it. We have to wait for the full week to be in the breakout section. And if we don't have internet connection, we still not get what we're supposed to get. So I think we need that a lot of people that are actually in the space that we can connect together, interact and like work together.
Okay, so as I said earlier, we actually are taking a new path for this new cohort, and that's focusing every of our communication, every of our interaction on the Discord channel. As I said earlier, I know it's quite difficult because majority of us here are not so familiar with the Discord channel. I myself also, at one point in time, I got to start to navigate the Discord channel sometime 2 years ago, right? So at some point, I was new to the Discord to Discord. So everybody at some point would be new to Discord. I'm not expecting everybody to be familiar with it, but it's something that can be learned. That's one. Two, I'm sorry about the fact that you are not satisfied with the level of interaction on the Discord. It's something that would would improve over time, right? Because many persons are yet to. It's more like saying some persons prefer a particular social media over another. So you can be active on Instagram, whereas your Facebook is lying there dormant. All right. So it just means you just have to be very intentional about being active on your Facebook. So if we can be intentional about being active on the Discord channel, it will help. Communication, except you want to form a subgroup, right? Maybe you have some other colleagues that you want to liaise with, fine, you can create a sub WhatsApp group for yourselves. But anything aside that, AI Community Africa would be doing all of the interactions on Discord. So personally, I want to apologize that I've not really been responding as I should, but this is me making my promise. This is me making a promise that I'll improve to respond to every of our difficulty, challenges, and make it interactive. So this quite trying to have a lot of interactive interactive sessions and the likes, right? Some what is it called? Some competition, right? Mini competition just to keep you alive. And so yeah, please, I know it's very strange. It might even be cringe to some of us to be active on Discord. Like it's boring, and I get, but we just have to be familiar with it, right? We are tech bros and tech sis, all right. So this is like the incubating stage, all right. So let's just get familiar with it. And so the Discord channel has been pasted. You can just click on it and join. I do not think all right. So for those who have not joined the Discord, I think a link has been posted. Let me confirm. Yes, by Mr. Toluwanimi. That's the teaching assistant. So you'd see it. Let me see if I can pin it. So please ensure that you click on the link, all right, to join. So yeah, okay, our time is really going fast. I'm not seeing any hands raised. All right, I don't know. So please bear with us. You know what? You can tag me. All right, you can tag me out. Let me even send a hi message on the Discord channel for those of us that are there. All right. So if there's anything, you can tag me. In that way, I'd get to see it. I'd get to respond to it very quickly. All right. And if it's something that's beyond my reach, I'll communicate it to the necessary authorities. All right. So please bear with us. Discord channel is the main. We also have the learners arena. We even have a DS lab, a data science lab. All right. A data science lab is actually more like a place where we can also have interactive sessions like this, probably during the week. It's a voice platform, right? A voice chat platform, right? Where we can actually, communicate with one another. Like, so yeah, please, let's just put ourselves together and see how we can make progress. Thank you very much. Any other question? Where is the attendance form? I'm very sorry that the initial attendance form that was given to us says it's actually filled up. But can we check again? Please check again. Let me paste it. I'll paste it now. I want to believe it must have been resolved because we actually took it to the necessary authorities. I want to believe it must have been resolved. So I'll paste the link again. So everyone on the call, please. There's a link I just pasted now. So try and see if you can fill the form. I'm pasting two links. One is the link to the form and the other is the link to the Discord channel. All right. So yeah, I want to be our friends as much as I want to, but it doesn't mean that you would bug me with messages. All right. So I think it was communicated on the Discord channel that the TA's WhatsApp, um, private WhatsApp, is not to be bugged or choked. But I can still, well, maybe not now, but depending on the case, right? Is case dependent, case by case basis. All right. I can decide to share my WhatsApp if necessary. But I think you can private chat me on Discord too. Discord has that platform. Oh, Mr. Ignatius. All right, Mr. Ignatius, you want to speak? Go ahead.
Yeah, just a quick suggestion.
Yes.
Maybe moving since most of us are finding it difficult to like navigate through the Discord. I think maybe moving on, maybe not now because we are just coming in. Maybe along the line, we may actually move into Discord even for this meeting, which is also going to help people like get used to using the platform because I know that Discord also have the feature for these meetings, and I think even the features are way better than Google Meet in terms of some other things that Discord could do. So maybe that's something the team can consider along the line so that it's going to help us because once we have something that keeps bringing us to Discord, we get to navigate eventually through this and get used to it. So I think maybe we should also try that these meetings we can have it there. Maybe not now since we are just onboarding and people are just coming in and getting getting used to. But maybe along the line we can try that out. So just a suggestion.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ignatius. Spot on. That should be taken into consideration. All right. That's a very good suggestion, actually. So it's noted. I assure you it's noted. So would communicate back to you on the progress on that. On the other hand, am I saying on the other hand? All right. Mr. Toluwanime, do you have anything for us?
Good evening. Not much. I've also introduced myself on the data science channel on Discord, on the AI Community Africa on Discord. So feel free to actually tag I or either of the other two teaching assistants for any issues. And I've confirmed that the link for the attendance is now properly working. So everyone can do well to follow the link and make sure that the attendance is taken. Thank you. Mr. John, you can continue.
All right. A hand for Mr. Toluwanime. Thank you very much. All right. So for the next 20 minutes. Oh, Mr. Mohammed. All right, Mr. Mohammed, I see your hand is being raised. Let me just use the breakout session to respond to questions. You know, a lot of them are coming in. It's necessary that we are clear on certain things. Yeah, Mr. Mohammed, over to you. You raise your hand, Mr. Nader Mohammed Abbas.
Sir, when I apply for the scholarship, I use a mobile phone, mobile number in, and then I change it. So in the attendance form, I put the new number. If there is any problem with that? I cannot hear you.
Please, can you come again with your question?
Okay, when I apply for the scholarship, I apply it with a phone number, then I change it. So the attendance form, I put my new phone number, not the phone number that apply with it in the scholarship. If there is any problem with that?
No, there should not be a problem with that. Just ensure that the email that is linked to your data camp account that you use to
Okay.
sign up for the scholarship is the same one that you fill on the attendance form. So make sure that the email is concurrent.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right. So, Miss Abbas, I want to believe you responded to adequately. Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
All right, all right, all right. Look, I'm saying to anyways, Nelson, you want to speak?
Yes, I'm filling in the attendance, and I'm asked whether I've been assigned a TA. So I'm not sure whether they're referring to general TAs or whether they're assigning us particular TAs like one-to-one. I don't know.
No, no,
Is
no, no,
it?
no. There's no one-to-one assignment. It's a general assignment. So we have about 3 TA, myself, Mr. Toluwanimi, and Mr. Usman. Were you here on the last breakout session?
Yes, I was there, but
You came in late?
somehow also. Yeah, I came in late. Yes.
All right, all right. There's no problem. So there's no one-to-one or a private TA. You just have a general TA that attends to everyone on the career track. There are 3: myself, Mr. Toluwanimi, and Mr. Usman. I think Mr. Usman and Mr. Toluwanimi did more of the introduction last week. All right, so maybe on the Discord, I think I've sent a hello. Are you on the Discord channel?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I just sent. Have you been able to locate the channel for the data science? It's actually labeled data science.
Yes,
Are you
yes.
okay? You are. I
Yes,
just sent a hello message. All right. All. Let me repeat it again so that you can be able to identify me. Hold on.
Yes, I'd seen you as John.
Yes, that's me. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. It's nice to have you on board. How's the learning journey going?
It's challenging,
Of
but
course, definitely, of course. I know, I know, I know. You just have to find a way around it. All right, that's that about that. Am I seeing any other hands being raised? Okay, so let's just for the next 10 minutes, let's just ideate a bit. So we were actually on the project trying to see how we can provide solution. I was doing some explanation. That's the Netflix project. The basic thing we were asked to do was to actually do subsetting. All right, subsetting using our idea of Python. All right, there are many ways to go around subsetting. So let's just see how we can just do one or two things at 7:40 thereabout. We close. Is that fine? So let me share my screen. Can you see my screen? Is my screen visible? I need feedback. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. So I guess you can see the data lab. All right. So we were asked to do two things. The first thing that we were asked to do, we were asked to find the most frequent movie duration in the 1990s. So there are three things here. The first thing is we need to find movies in the 1990s. And then second thing is we need to find the frequent what's it called? The most frequent movie in the 1990s. Before we can do that, it means we'd have to find the frequency of movies based on duration. All right, the frequency movie duration. That is, what particular movie duration occurred more than once or occurred frequently. Most of us do statistics in secondary school and even in tertiary level. All right, that's what you will call the mode of a statistical data. All right, the most frequent. All right, so in this data set, what particular duration can we find occurring often or occurring the most? All right, so let's just quickly dive into it. As a data scientist, all right, you should be familiar, especially when you are writing a Python script, you should be familiar with writing comments. All right, so let's create a subset for the movie type movie. Oh, sorry. All right. So what do we name our data? So let's call it movie subset. Now in Python, you see this equal to sign. It's very, 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 very pivotal. All right, such that, say for example, let me show you. Let me just do a test run here. Say for example, if we say that a is equal to 2 and b is equal to a, if I get to print, all right, if I get to print b, I get to see that b is 2. But let's say I say a is equal to 2 and say a is equal to b, and let's say b is equal to and I get to print b, I still have the same input. But we are going to have a different case when I say a is equal to 2 and maybe I say or maybe I say so we see that it's giving us an error, all right, because what is on the left hand side is actually what we call a variable, and this equal to sign is more like an assignment. In Python, this sign is quite different from this sign. All right. So if I want to say that this is actually an equal to sign in Python, but you see this one equal to sign is an assignment. It means I'm assigning a value to a variable. So from what I wrote initially, where I said a is equal to 2, it means I'm assigning the value to the variable a. Right? I'm assigning, that is why if I'm assigning the value of a to b and I print b, I will get to have 2. All right, that's one of the dynamics about Python language. All right, so this is my variable. All right, so let's delete this code cell. This is my variable movie subset. So what do we want to do? We want to subset first. We want to subset. So if we go back to our column, all right, we'll see that there is a column called types, and under types we have movie and we have TV shows. It means that in our movie types, we have those that are movies, we have those that are TV shows. If I want to get to know the other kind of values, hold on. All right, so these are the only two types of movie type that we have. We have the movie and we have the TV show. So we want to subset the movie type movie. All right, so the first thing you need to do is, of course, we want to subset. Okay, so let me just give us a tip. You can either write it this way, all right, or this way, or this way. It's actually the same, especially when the column name does not have an underscore. It's actually very explainable, or very easy to navigate this way. So you can actually subset your column this way or this way. So let's just go with the initial, what we will be familiar with. All right. So now we want to sorry about that. We want to subset the movie type movie. Let's not forget. Now we are not going to use, so we are going to say Netflix, where the type, all right, is equal to movie. Remember I said that this sign, now I want to make a mistake now. Now see, is equal to movie. Now this is half correct. I don't know if is anybody like I can tell me what is wrong at this stage now. What is wrong with this syntax that I just highlighted? Just something that I'm not done yet, but at this stage, can anybody point out what is wrong? Anybody?
Yes,
Okay, I think
it's a string and it's not
okay,
subject.
very beautiful, very beautiful, very, because movie is a string. Remember I said strings and categories fall under the D type object. All right, so because movie is a string, strings are represented with quotation. It's either a single or a double, but you can just go with a single. All right, here, but I'm not done because I want to subset. All right, because I want to subset, I still need to do this. I hope you can see the kind of column in Python. Each column have different meaning. Maybe sometime we'll have to familiarize ourselves with that. All right, we have the curly bracket, we have the square bracket, and we have the parentheses. They all have different functions. All right, this particular square bracket is actually used in subsetting. All right, so I want to subset. So I have brought out every movie type that is called movie and not a TV show. Now I want to subset every movie from my data, saving it into a data frame. Are we together? That's what I'm doing. All right. So I need to complete this. All right. So let's see if we can have something here. All right. Oh, what went wrong? Okay. All right. So if you check, we have something being printed here. All right. And every of the data here actually oh, what's going on? Are movies. Sorry about that. Are movies with the movie type movie. Remember I said earlier on that we have two kinds of movie type. We have the movie and we have the TV show. So you can't find any movie as a TV show here because we've subset. It's more like most of us that did set in mathematics. All right. Or when you're selecting your beans, for many of us that like to eat beans, right? So when you buy your beans from the market, you have stones, you have the chaff, and before you cook, you actually have to select, your beans from the chaff and the stones. That's what we just did. We just subsetted what we need from the entire data set and saved it in a data frame. There's what is called a data frame. There's what is called a series. As time goes on, we'll get to understand the differences between a series and a data frame in Python. All right. So yeah, this is a data frame. All right. This is a data frame. Okay. So we've created this subset. All right. So let's just keep it. Let me hide the output. All right. So let's create another cell. Remember, we want to create the most frequent movie duration. Right? We've subsetted subset. That's not in the correct English. Am I correct? There's nothing like subsetted, right? All right. So I would prefer to use filter. So we filtered out movie types that is under the category movie. All right, so let's proceed. So we want to do something, and we might need what's it called? We might need to import what we call a numpy. Did we import it at the beginning? No. All right. So let's import a package that would be handy. This is an alias. All right. NP is an alias. Over here, PD is an alias, and we use it here. PLT is an alias. We'll get to use it. Matplotlib is actually a package, a library package in Python for data visualization. We also have Seaborn. All right, we have a lot of them. We also have what's it called again? A whole lot of them. All right. We get to visualize the data now. So I want to import a library package for numerical computation called NumPy with the alias NP. All right. Why am I doing that? Because I want to use it in doing a subsetting. There are other ways to do it, all right? But I want to use this. So maybe I would like to hear your suggestion, because in Python, there are a number of ways to write our code, right? So it's almost 7:40. So let me just name a data frame and name it subset. I want to assign an operation to the data frame subset. So I want to do something. So remember, the first thing we were asked to do was movie duration in the 1990s. If you check data, your data set, you will get to see that there is a column called the release year. All right, and we have 2016, 2011. So it means that we have different release year. It also means that we have release year that fell under the 1990s. And when we're talking about the 1990s, we are talking of years between 1990 and 1999. Is that correct? So we want to do something. So everything that we are doing, right, would be within that range. So we want to do a subsetting that will actually filter out movies, all right, that were released between 1990 and 1999. But take note, we are not just filtering out any kind of movie. We are filtering out movie whose movie type is movie and not TV show, which we've done already. All right, we did that already to save us the stress, and we just named it movie subset. So it means that whatsoever it is we are doing, we are no longer doing it on the original data, which is called Netflix. We are now doing it on a new data frame, on the original data frame. So what we are doing, we are no longer doing it on the original data frame that was called Netflix DF_DF, but rather we are now doing it on the new data frame that we filtered out. So every operation we are doing it on this data frame. Remember, is one subset to one subset. So let's go. I want to use a method from NumPy, and that method is called np.logical. So maybe you can go and read about it or search about it. Logical and, all right. This is the method that's actually used to say I want to, when we did what's it called? When we did in mathematics, when we did what's it called again? I tend to forget. Greater than and less than and equal to. I'm trying to remember what the topic is. Forgive me. All right. So many times we say, for example, we want to write numbers between 2 and 3. And let's say, for example, x, right? We then get to let me write as a comment. We then get to say x where x is less than 5 or greater than 0, or greater than 0, less than 5. It means that x are numbers between 0 to 5, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, exclusive of 5. And remember that this is basic mathematics. All right, or let's do it this way. Yes, greater than 0, less than 5. All right. So it means numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, exclusive of 5. All right. But if we were to include an equal to sign here, it means 5 is included. This is basic mathematics. So everything I just did here would be done by this operation, by this method called np.logical and. So how do we use it? All right. So let's go on. We'll get to see about that. Oh, sorry. We get to see about that. So we want to subset the movies that were released between 1990 to 1999. All right, so let's go release here. All right, so that will be a column. All right, underscore here. All right, where the release year is greater than or equal to 1990. So you can see that my 1990 is not a string, it's actually an integer. That's why I do not have a quotation, right? I do not have it in quotation. Comma. The other ways to do this, all right, but maybe we can familiarize ourselves with this. and movie sets. Sorry. Okay. Release here. Okay, we're on track. Less than equal to 1999. Another way to write this is to say less than 2000. Are we together? This is simple mathematics. So it means that 2000 will be excluded, but we can also write it this way: less than or equal to 1999. All right. But we are not done. This is what we need, but we need to subset it. So it means we're going to come here, all right, to subset the data that we need using this square column. All right. All right. Or we can actually do it step by step. So let me, okay. Okay, let me just call this subset 1990s. Oh, sorry, 1990s. 1990s. All right. So this is where I would end and probably get to continue. Sorry. What's wrong? What's the error? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So let's do it this way. In the subset. All right. My PC is getting low, so I'm at this juncture. Right. Sorry, hold on. Okay. So let me do it this way. Sorry. Okay. All right. So let's call. Right. Okay. So we've been able to filter out our data sets. So everything here are movies with the movie type movie that were released between the year 1990 and 1999. So let's confirm. If we go to our release year, we get to see 1997, 1993, 1994, 92, 93. So every date, every movie year are actually movies that were released between 1990 and 1999, and movies that are of the movie type TV movie and not TV show. At this point, I've come to the end of the project review. So I really do have a very low power. All right, so I get questions very quickly. I'll just take two, and then we call this to a close. I'm seeing Eric. Eric, you can ask your question, please.
Yeah, thank you for the section. It was quite insightful. But I just wanted to clarify something. For someone like me, I am
Yes.
more into learning R because of where I want to base, like the research base. So I don't know, is it a problem? Because I've started the track already. So, but
You started what already?
I started the associate data science track.
All right, that's
But
good.
with
That's
R,
good.
not with Python. So I'm learning R because of
With R,
my
are you on this?
yeah.
Are you on this? Are you on this career track?
Yes, 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 yes,
Why
yes, yes, yes.
R? Why R?
Okay, as a result of research, so academia. So most times, most of my
Okay.
applications that I'm looking for, they always demand asking for
Okay.
R or S
Okay.
experience and stuff
Okay.
like
I
that. And
understand.
I
But I don't know how you intend to navigate it, but the requirement will require you to, follow up with the Python. But if you can navigate both, I don't know, that will be fine. I'm not stopping you from learning R, but I really do not know how you
Well,
that
for
is
me,
on
I
this
want to
table.
be very informatics, and Python is not a core requirement there. It is usually R because of the statistics and stuff. So I
Yeah,
saw it
true,
as a
true.
good thing to learn. So I don't know because that's been my flight. So and I don't
Well,
yes, yeah.
all I can say is all the best. All the best, because I don't know. Every of the project assigned is actually assigned based on what is on the data camp um platform. But
Yeah,
it's
I
fine.
think you
It's
can use
fine.
R2 to
R is a
do
very good.
this. I'm right.
If you can learn both at the same time, if you can, that's the challenge now. Ability. Can you? It will be very challenging, right? It will be very challenging. But I just pray you are able to navigate your way. It's just best. So this is what I think. If you can, I don't know, if you can just follow up with the project and the assignment, right? For now, maybe if you are able to finish it on time, maybe to finish um the associate data scientist track on time, or if you're able to get to a particular stage, you can then include learning R. If it's not if it will not reduce your learning pace, that's just it. Anything that would impede your learning pace is not advisable. I would not advise that. All right, so that you can be able to partake in the certifications, really. So yeah, at this juncture, I'll call it a close. So if there's any other question, please channel the Discord channel. So I really, really hope for the best for each and every one of us. This is just the beginning of the journey. We have a long way to go. All right, we would have to get into real world projects, sophisticated projects. So please let's read. I'll try to see how I can share some PDF files that can help too. Um, so practice, take assessment, increase your XP, do your courses, ask questions, share ideas, and yeah, we'll make progress. So I think at this point, I'll be calling the meeting to a close. Hello, everyone. My name is Chimnonso John, and it's nice having you. See you next week, Saturday, 6 p.m. WAT. Please, I know that some Africans here that might not be using our time zone. So 6 p.m. West African time, next week, Saturday, precisely on the 9th. I'm seeing Asante. My WhatsApp number. Should I drop my WhatsApp number? It's risky.
Not trouble.
This is a trap. I would find a way to do this on Discord channel. Maybe I might test you with a trick. I might test you with
Yes. But I think, however, you can send personal messages to individuals on Discord. So well, you might not have his WhatsApp number if you need to reach out to him personally. I think you could also do that on Discord.